This is my teaching learning interaction for week 8. I can't believe it's week 8 yet already, but here we are. So at the tail end, yay! So I wanted to address 3 of the questions that were posed throughout the last 3 weeks in our weekly reflections. And the first one that I wanted to talk about was, why is it so important that whatever our training is, we understand our limits and boundaries when working with families? When I read that question, I thought back to a time that my middle son was really sick, and he was about 1 year old, and he wasn't thriving at all. He was losing weight consistently. He was not meeting any of the developmental milestones that he should have been at that point. He should have been crawling and pulling himself up and trying to walk, and he wasn't doing any of those things. And previously he had and was doing really well. So we ended up taking him to the pediatrician, and he obviously ordered a bunch of tests to be done, and things were coming back inconclusive. And so finally he referred us out to an internist, and we were able to get to the cause of what his problem was, and then we were able to give him the treatments that he needed, and he started to thrive and started to do really well. And so I related this a little bit to family life education and working with families. So before we had taken him to the pediatrician, before we had him, we had taken all of the birthing classes, and we had taken classes on how to care for a child. And then when he got sick, we took him to the pediatrician. So when you think about that in relation to family life education, as family life educators, we're at the preventative stage, right? We're the person that teaches the birthing class or the parenting classes before you have the baby. And then the pediatrician takes over. And that could be like in family life, when there is a problem that comes up, then you can seek medical or professional help in a different, to a different degree, as far as seeking counseling, or maybe your family needs a caseworker or something to that nature. And then if the counselor or the caseworker, for example, can't help you, then they would refer you out perhaps to a specialist. For example, my workshop that I'm doing is being done at a addiction recovery center. And so I know that counselors, there have been therapists that have referred some of the clients that are there now as inpatients were referred there from their therapists, because there was only so much the therapist could do. And so then they referred them out to somebody that specializes in addiction. So why this is important for families, just as in the medical profession, a general pediatrician might not be able to diagnose and correctly treat cancer, for example. You need an oncologist. The same is true in family life education. We can do damage if we try and provide counseling or provide services that are beyond our scope of practice, just like a doctor can. So it's really important that we stay within the boundaries and the limits that are set, so that we don't do any damage to families, and that we're only practicing, that we're only providing information, and we're only providing services within the scope of what we're trained to do, and the scope of our practice. The second question I wanted to discuss was, in a nutshell, what is your plan for assessing your family life education program? And like I said, I'm doing a workshop at an addiction center. And so I've conducted my first 2 workshops so far. And the way I am assessing it is obviously by giving an assessment at the end to have the participants fill out and give me feedback on that, which I think will be very helpful. But another way that I'm assessing it is by getting feedback from the owner and operator of the addiction center on a weekly basis. And so today I did my second workshop and I met with him afterwards. And he has been nothing but complimentary and supportive of everything that I've done. And so that's been giving me confidence to move forward and because I was really, really nervous about it. I'm dealing with, we've kind of discussed this before, with families that are in the tertiary stages of crisis, right? So I'm helping to prevent relapse, but but I'm I'm at a crisis, doing it at a crisis stage. So I was apprehensive about it and nervous about it, and wanted to do a good job for Jeremy, the director, but also do a really good job for his clients and a good job for me as well. And so getting such positive feedback from Jeremy has really given me the confidence to keep moving forward and to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm starting to apply for grad school, and I know that I want to do marriage and family therapy, and having this experience has totally cemented that for me and has made me realize that this is what I want to do. And in fact, Jeremy today when we were talking said, "Isn't it great when you finally realize what you were born to do?" And that's how I feel about going into family life education and into marriage and family therapy, is that this is what I'm supposed to do. And yeah, it is a great feeling to have that. And it's also a great feeling to have that validated from a professional and somebody that's in the business and somebody that I look up to and respect. So again, I'm assessing it as I go along, from getting feedback from Jeremy, but also I will be assessing it at the end with a formal questionnaire that they fill out. Then the last question was about ethics, and I'll just read this one little part. It said 3 specific virtues have been highlighted: caring, practical wisdom, and hope and optimism. What dispositions, virtues, or qualities do you have that you believe will help you not only be an effective family life educator, but also help you maintain standards? So again, I feel like today was a really good example for, or a good window into the skills and the dispositions and qualities and that I do possess. So for example, Jeremy told me today that one of the patients, one of the clients that was in our group session, our workshop session, was only 24 hours off of heroin, and he spoke to Jeremy yesterday in a counseling session, but he wasn't participating in any other group um, sessions that he has had since he entered the treatment center yesterday morning. But today, in our workshop, he was participating and he was sharing and he was opening up. And so Jeremy told me, he was like, you obviously have the ability to connect with people and the ability to get them to open up and to talk. And so anyhow, I think that those are some of the dispositions and virtues and qualities that I possess that will help me in marriage and family therapy as well as in family life education. So thanks. I look forward to hearing how your workshops are going and how things are going in general. And yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.